Tuesday morning, May the 10th. I'm first morning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the morning, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. And right off the top at 8:01, it is beautiful outside across all of Central Florida. Of course, we've got your current temperatures and your forecast highs scanning throughout Coffee Talk. Just in case you miss it, we want to make sure you're taken care of. But there are two big things that we are tracking. First off, it's spring's last stand, perhaps, as temperatures feel great. We know this is not going to last because, after all, we are working into mid-May, and that is seemingly when we transition ourselves into that summertime pattern. So we'll be talking not only about that, but turning summer in more ways than one as we track tropical moisture, we track warming temperatures, we track rising rain chances. So there's actually a lot to talk about in terms of weather over the course of the next few days. Frankie, good morning to you. Sabirs, good morning. Connie, Nancy, good morning. Kelly, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Look at that beautiful shot as we peek out on our tower cam perspective. That is looking over, of course, Brevard County. The port is just to the left of, if we were to pan it left, you'd see Port Canaveral. It is beautiful outside. I'm actually working on a story, though I'm going to be in Volusia today, but working on a story for the Hurricane Center. You may have remembered me asking if people had just moved to the coastline, if you had any questions, that kind of thing. Yeah, working on that story today. So I'll be out of the office, but in the meantime, look how pretty that is. The sun is shining bright over Brevard. It is a gorgeous start to the morning. Current temperatures across Central Florida, noticeably cooler than they were like yesterday even. Look at that, 5, 6, 7 degrees cooler. So let's talk temperature, shall we? Neighborhood by neighborhood. We'll start in the metro. 67 degrees in Orlando. Keep in mind, while it feels like chilly, this is actually about where we should be this time of year. So it's not that wild of a thing. 65 in DeLand. Kissimmee, 66 now. We've climbed up those temperatures. 60 degrees in Ocala. Just so nice area-wide. We are in the 70s back over to Brevard County. That is the case. But, all said and done, it's not bad. So where do we go from here? Well, those temperatures are going to be climbing 70s and 80s for today. And the winds are going to be picking up once again, 15, 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 or so miles an hour, especially if you live along the shoreline. All right? Hey, buddy, you can come say hello. You want to say hello to everybody?
Hello.
This is little Landon. You want to say hi? You want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
This is my young nephew Landon.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing in the world?
A pillow.
A pillow? How funny. Me too.
Pillow.
Me too. I love it. All right. Thank you for coming by, Bubba. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Sweet Landon. Okay, Bobby wants you now. Landon and Eric together are like trouble with a capital T. It's kind of adorable, though. All right. So, at any rate, if we're going outside to enjoy the day, I would say really with an underline, enjoy it. 73, 11 o'clock, 79, looking ahead to 1 o'clock, 84 our high temperature in the city. So today, we're not talking about summer heat. Again, as I said, it's spring's last stand, so we have to enjoy, seriously, these dew point temperatures, the lower temperatures. Dan says, did Palm Coast just say plus or minus 5? If there was a plus, then that means that my coding is broken. Hold on, let me look. That's possible. Yep, coding's broken. It's supposed to only display the plus if it's plus. So obviously I need to, I know what happened. I know. All right, I'll have to fix that later. Thank you. You're giving me something to work on today. All right, so beautiful weather today. But with the winds up there, I would just say if you're wanting to go play golf, it's not going to be the greatest, right? Because of the gusts. Unless your name is Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods. If that's the case, then the winds are not going to be a struggle at all. The wind's building, though. That does start to build concerns along the shoreline. I may be in Chopper 2 today. I may be in the weather lab today. I've pitched it. and we'll just see how it plays out. But surf is going to be increasing. We're going to be watching wave breakers up to about 8, 9, 10 feet over the next couple of days. Rip currents are going to be major concerns. So this is one of those things, good to walk on the sand, not good to get into the water. Seriously, we've already got ourselves advisories posted for very clear reasons. High risk of rip currents at the area beaches. We've got high surf advisories posted through Thursday. Just look at kind of the overall water levels, right? So these are breaking waves. Understand that offshore, things are even bigger. 5 to 6 foot breakers today. 7 to 9 foot breakers tomorrow. 6 to 8 foot breakers on Thursday. What's going on? Why is all this wind? Why is all of this happening? It's because, just as we chatted yesterday, there's a quote-unquote interesting low. It came off the northeastern United States. It was a part of our hurricane forecast that I outlined 2.5 months ago almost now. But that interesting low is kind of gradually working in our direction. So look at Wednesday, and you can see those areas of rain off the East Coast. That storm system continues working our direction. And then looking at about Thursday, Friday, it's here. It's raising our rain chances. It's gusting our winds, and it is picking up our wave action, okay? That's going to throw the humidity up. That's going to throw rain back. And that's why I'm saying not only do we need to savor the flavor of this spring that we have now, but also, and perhaps most importantly, because the sheer fact that it's about to turn summer hard. Like really, this area of low pressure is going to throw moisture in here. It's going to throw in a warm wind. It's going to pick up our temperatures, pick up our rain chances, kind of the whole 9 yards. So as this approaches, our weather pattern changes. So here we are, looking great. Muggy meter, looking great for now. We're in the pleasant category. But we're going to be back into the humid category before you know it. Good times, right? Nancy, good morning. Yeah. Frank, it's beautiful, and it's our 25th anniversary. Jeannie, good morning to you. I hope you and your special, significant other have a wonderful, wonderful 25th anniversary. Kelly says, Chopper, make it happen. Yeah. The one thing that was asked was, will you be able to tell the waves from the chopper? And I'm like, they're going to be pretty big. I think so. I think you can tell the waves from the chopper. I would think so. There's going to be surfers out there. Jessica does say good surfing if you're experienced. That's the key. If you're a strong swimmer, seriously, strong swimmer. If you're a strong swimmer, this is kind of a swimmer's paradise, right?
I saw the lawnmower.
You saw the lawnmower?
He's going to come
He's going to come around the back? That's
Yeah.
the best. That's the best. So swimmers, not so great, especially if you're weak. Just stay out. If you're a strong surfer, and frankly, this is a surfer's paradise, but that's about it, right? And you have to be a super strong swimmer to do that sort of thing. Coffee on the lanai at 6 a.m. wearing a jacket. Yeah, Susie, enjoy that while you got it. So watch here. What we can do is we can take and model out the wave action here over the next couple of days, okay? So we're already running pretty high, but notice the green. That's the 9 to 14 foot waves. This is offshore, but watch how that is kind of working awful close to our beaches, right? So that's Tuesday. There's Wednesday. That 9 to 14 foot wave action just off the shoreline. So 4 to 8 foot breakers, absolutely, but those big waves are sitting just off the shoreline, right? And I mean, this, by the way, this is not exaggeration, and I just want to outline this by saying it's not exaggeration, it's a real deal. National Weather Service is forecasting all of this as well. So it's not like, the media, they're trying to hype. No, this is called data. We're reviewing it together, okay? All right, so interesting storm system off of our east coast. It's going to be raising our rain chances. Let's see how much rain we could be talking, and then we could zero in on Futurecast and try and time out the rainfall, all right? So this is the European, and this is the GFS model. I want to point out that the GFS model had been much wetter yesterday, but it has started to back off the rain chances just a little bit. So a half inch of rain, yeah. GFS is saying maybe a ½ inch to an inch of rain in some spots. It's very interesting. The models are not quite keyed into this to determine how much or when, really, or even how strong this area of low pressure is. I mean, that's just where we're at right now. Let me show it to you on the satellite imagery. Are you on this one? You're kind of, yeah, let me switch over. Have a good day, Miss Kelly. Okay, all right. So here's the satellite imagery, and, first off, just to point out, it's not tropical in nature, okay? It says tracking the tropics. The only reason that you could quote-unquote say that it's tropical in nature is because it's over water, but it's not like it's a warm chord low, all right? It's sitting right there just to kind of the northwest of Bermuda. It's marginally conducive conditions out there. Water temperatures are not that superior for this sort of development. It's definitely something to watch. There's another shot of it. You can kind of see it on the right side of the screen. But it is gradually working this direction. So it's definitely going to be something that we track here over the next couple of days' time. Jeannie says, LRC coming through? Indeed. Indeed it is, right? Well, and I'll show you here in a couple of minutes. I'll show you the LRC indicator for the Floreaster showing up on the computer models. And then something kind of interesting after. I case studied yesterday because the GFS continues to kind of show something after the Floreaster that we didn't note on the LRC forecast. And there's an indication, it's awful quiet of an indication, but there is an indication of something after. So we'll have to look and see kind of how that plays out. All right. But in the meantime, yeah. Juan says, typically, does Central Florida rainy season begin in the middle of May or does it vary? So it absolutely varies. Usually, the rainy season in Central Florida begins late May. All right, so if we were to just run a rough countdown on that, and I know that there's a graphic because I saw it, because I made it, and I saw that it got updated yesterday. Hold on, let me just search wet. All right, today's the 10th. Okay, all right, yeah. So it typically starts May 27th. All right, so what is that? That says 18 days. It should say 17. Let me fix that. Stand by. Stand by one. We updated it yesterday. Kellyanne didn't update it this morning. No Frank. I'm not blaming Kellyanne. She's only one person and she has 5.5 hours of news to get through. She's doing the best she can. All right, there you go. So, wet season countdown. We're about 17 days away from its typical start, Juan, but it's not like it starts on a dime. What do we look for, though? That's a good question, though. What do we look for when it comes to the wet season, right? Let's talk about things, all right? Signals. First off, cold fronts stop forming and arriving our area. I mean, they may continue to form, but they're just not arriving in our area. We have seen cold fronts continue to arrive, so obviously we're enjoying the benefits right now. So we're not there yet. Daily sea breeze showers and storms begin. We had it, then a cold front cleared us out, so we're not there. And low temperatures and dew points in the upper 60s and lower 70s, we're not there. But those are what we're looking for. One point of note, and I think this is kind of interesting, all right? When it comes to the tropics and tropical systems can jumpstart the rainy season. So again, we're not saying this little thing off to our east-northeast is tropical in nature, but it's coming from the tropics, and there's a tiny window where there may be some very, very, very subtle attempt at firing up convection. Do I think that it's going to develop in anything? No. But as it moves here and it makes that deposit of moisture, whether or not it's cold chord or warm chord, that's into textbook definition stuff. What it is, though, is it's going to deposit moisture. So over the next couple of days, we're not only going to watch our temperatures rise, but we're going to watch our moisture, rain chances rise, okay? So let's just talk briefly about that. Next couple of days, we have great weather, right? High temperature today, mid-range of the 80s. Tomorrow, Thursday, mid-80s, outstanding. But you can see by Friday, that temperature is starting to climb. That's the exact same category when it comes to our rain chances. Just take a look at our rain chances over the next couple of days. Nice and dry today, nice and dry tomorrow, maybe a sprinkle or two, but like 10%. It's dry. Notice a Thursday and a Friday, 40%. And we'll have to see how that interesting storm system approaches us. If it's got more convection, then we may have to raise those rain chances. If it's not, you get the idea, right? That's our forecast these next couple of days. And then after that, it's not just the temperatures getting from the mid 80s to the upper range of the 80s. Look what happens by the end of this weekend into early next week. That temperature continues to climb. Sunday's high temperature, 93 degrees. Below average today, above average like Friday, Saturday. Above average Saturday, and then Sunday above average, and then Monday, Tuesday. So we're going from spring absolutely to summer, and it's going to happen in the blink of an eye, okay? Now, if this thing were to try and go tropical, it's not crazy because since 2015, we have had at least one named system in the month of May or earlier. In other words, outside of hurricane season, every year since 2015, we have had a named storm. There are 22 days until hurricane season begins, right? So the reason I'm saying all this is it wouldn't be crazy to get something early developing. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to our raw GFS model. This is the 6Z run of the raw GFS, okay? What are we looking at here? Actually, that's Euro. Let me switch over to the GFS. My apologies. We can review the Euro afterward. All right, so this is the raw GFS, and what I'm looking for here is pressure. This is a product called mean sea level pressure normalized anomaly. In other words, it just highlights things better. It's like an X-ray. It shows up with contrast. So the oranges that you see over like the mid-Atlantic, that's high pressure. It's beautiful outside. Happy high, lonely low. All right, so the low is our storm system. The blues and the greens, that's the storm system. I always tell elementary schoolers when I do school talks, happy highs, lonely lows. All right, so this is, let me just stop. That's 12Z on Thursday morning. All right, so that's 8 a.m. Thursday morning, starting to see that low pressure getting close to us. And, you know, what's interesting is the GFS is showing a 10-12 closed off low. That's where I'm like curious. Like, if the Hurricane Center were to say this has become a tropical depression, subtropical depression, or something silly like that, it would be like right there because that's right over the Gulf Stream waters. That's right where the water temperatures are the warmest. Again, nothing to get scared about. Something to just be like, hurricane season's right around the corner. And if you recall, I told you that there was going to be 2 features in the month of May that we were going to have to watch. And their majority of impact is going to be the, oh, hurricane season's right around the corner. Case in point. Okay? All right, so there's that. That comes in. But we kind of start to watch. Notice pressures are lowering over Cuba and the Florida Straits. That's 12Z Sunday. Then we start to watch pressures continuing to lower into, look at that, 12Z Monday, moving away from Florida and out to sea. Do you know what that is? That's the Florista. That's the weather system that we talked about 2 months, 10 days ago. So both of these storm systems, the one came off the northeastern United States heading to us this week, and that one on your screen there next week, both a part of our long-range hurricane forecast. How about that? First 2 of the year showing right up. Now, they're not tropical, whatever, but they're storm systems. They're showing up. It's a victory to me. I'll take it. All right, so there's that storm system moving away. Now, this is the weaker version of the Florista, okay? What am I talking about, the Florista? The Florista is that storm system. So if we just look at our month of May calendar, there are 2 storm systems that I highlighted. All right, the first one, Mother's Day weekend, watching the northeastern United States. That's the storm system that's heading toward us, kind of weakened, but there. And then the 16th, 17th, watching Florida. The northeastern United States, that was the October 24th repeat, whereas the 16th, 17th around Florida is the November 6th repeat. And yeah, it's playing out exactly as we expected. The November 6th repeat, if we look at the dates on the calendar, though, mid-May is not highlighted. Late July is highlighted. That, my friends, late July, that time frame, we are going to have to watch this part of the pattern very, very closely. Okay, now our friends in the Northeast, let me just illustrate that when it comes to tropical activity, while this one was strong, the next one is going to be weaker. Early to mid-September is when our friends in the northeastern United States are going to have to watch. Okay? So keep that in mind. Yeah. Now, after this, after the Florista, and there it is right on par. I said the 16th, 17th. Let me just back it up a couple of ticks. Oh, hold on. I lost a timestamp. All right. So there's the 16th, and you can kind of see it around Florida, moving away from Florida into the 17th. After that, the GFS has been trying to show, watching the Caribbean, has been trying to show something getting going. You see that? You see that there? Yeah, that's around the 26th of May. Now, I will say that I don't have anything on my long-range forecast then. But there has been some indicators, if I look in my notes, there has been some indicators of a storm system kind of approaching from about Louisiana to Florida. And we actually, in one of those cycles, got some severe weather. I don't think that that's going to be anything tropical in nature, but I do think that that's going to be a little wave of moisture moving in. So interesting stuff. All right. And if I were to close in on, if you give me 2 seconds, if I were to close in on the BSR, North Pacific, do that. Okay. All right, let me zero in on, hold on, it didn't load. North Pacific. North Pacific. There it goes. Okay. All right, it didn't load. My apologies. All right, so I'm just dialing up the BSR because what I want to do is I want to check our work, right? That's the easiest way to check your work is by keying in on the BSR. All right, so let's do this. And let me just move this. That way we've kind of got more of a tropical look. All right, so here we are. That's the BSR. Let's just kind of, let's just roll through time here, okay? High pressure, looking good. That is valid. So that's the 16th, 17th. So we're watching right here, like a front with a little storm system. And a little storm system moving away. That's the 21st. Looking good. But look out to the Gulf of Mexico there. A little storm system there. That's the 23rd of May. And notice there's another storm system, like the 23rd, 24th, 25th of May. You see that there? That's the BSR indicating stormy weather around, yeah, like the 25th into the 26th. So that lines up with the GFS's proposal. That there's perhaps something that's going to try and get going in the Gulf of Mexico there, just like that. It lines up. It lines up perfectly. And like I said, just checking our work in the past, going back and looking at previous cycles, there was a day, if I look, let me pull it up here so we can look together. So the 26th of May, let's just look at the LRC schedule together here, okay? I'm going to make it smaller so you can read it along with me. These are my notes. This is my like LRC notes. So let's read this all together, shall we? So what did I say? Like the 26th of May? All right, let me just get this over here. All right, so... Oh, of course. So it's going to be after. Yeah, so if you look, it's after. So that would be after the Florista. Doing this on a trackpad is not the most fun in the world, let me tell you. There are times where you really do wish you had a mouse. All right, let's just go through here. March, April, May. All right. So stand by one. 50. Oh my goodness. I'm just boring the snot out of everybody right now. Of course it's not working. All right. Well, at any rate, there's an indicator. I saw it yesterday. I'm not going to sit here and bore you, but there's an indicator of some stormier weather that has happened. So, yeah, we'll have to watch and see. Bottom line is that hurricane season is right around the corner. All of that work just to not be successful. This is why I need a real mouse. Oh, well. Okay. My apologies. All right. Levin says, how about we just skip hurricane season this year? Yeah, if we could. Believe me, hurricane season's not my favorite. It really is not my favorite time of year. I work harder, and the pay's the same. Oh, and I get a lot of grief from people. You're hyping it. No. All right, let's see some of your comments and questions and things. Let's see here. Hey, Eric. Had to walk away for a minute. Can you start over? Yeah, no. Isn't end of May the precursor to the end of July? Seems like the same cycle threw the Gulf over us. So it just depends on the cycle duration. This year's cycle duration is about 64 or so days. So every 64 or so days, our weather's going to cycle back through and back through and back through. Can you share the June calendar? I'm planning a family event. Understand that these calendars are not covering everything. These are just looking at the big weather focuses and features that we're indicating on the LRC. But remember, we're into rainy season in the month of June, but this is kind of where we're at right now. Brian, so I propose that the first name storm headed our way. We all meet for a hurricane pool party at Eric's house. We could take a vote. He isn't paying attention. Well, yeah, you can do that. How about you guys have a pool party and then help me secure the house? Oh, man. Brandy, thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. Annie, why has it been so windy for a couple of months now? Well, we've had some storm systems around. Yeah, but, we're going to settle into a summertime pattern. So, that's where we're at. They sometimes think the weather guys can control the path of hurricanes, or that we love working stupid long hours away from our families, which, by the way, we don't. I mean, unless you don't like your family, but everybody I know likes their family. Taylor, I'll secure the house if we can come have a pool party with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mary, thank you. That's it. That's it. Jason, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Yeah, I'm trying to do what I can. Don't underestimate your fans that don't mind labor. Well, thank you. You're not fans. Nobody's a fan. Don't call yourself a fan, for God's sake. We're all just nerds. We can call ourselves nerds. There's no fans. We're not. That's weird. I don't like that. So next week, Welcome to Rockville, Daytona is going to be a hot one. Yes, it is. Let's just look at the NDFD, okay? The National Digital Forecasting Database. Give me a second. I'll pull up for Daytona. Well, for Orlando at least. Here. So this is... Actually, no. This is the National Blend of Models. That's what we're going to look at. All right. The National Blend... Holy cannoli. So this is the national blend of models. So what you're looking at, think of it as a guide. It takes all the model data available and it throws it all together and gives us ideas on temperatures. And you don't even need to see anything but those numbers on the top. 84, 84, 84, 88, 91, 93, 94, 94, 96, 97. What? May 19th, the average of the models, the blend, the national blend of models, is showing 97 on May 19th. Let me look and see what the May 19th record would be. Almanac data for a day, May 19th, MCOTHR. The record, of course it wouldn't be a record. On May 19th, the record would be 98 degrees, which is disgusting. The national blend of models going 97, which is also disgusting. Cool. So yeah, now that's Orlando. Let's just look real fast at Daytona. Let me just change this to Daytona. It's not going to be as hot in Daytona. Thank God. Yeah, 91. Still hot, but not as hot. All right? Jeez. 97. Say it isn't so. 97. Okay. Jan says, well, this is social media, so I guess we're followers. I don't like that either. That's very cult-like. Can we just all be nerds together? Can we just call it that? Followers. That's weird, too. Okay, so when I tell you savor the flavor of these mid-80s and low humidities, I hope I'm very clear on that. 97. No, thank you. All right, 84 today, 10% chance of rain. Rain chances, though, do go up Thursday into Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we start to build that heat, okay? All right. Rain chances on the rise, humidity on the rise, temperatures on the rise, and a couple of things that are going to be out in the tropics that don't necessarily mean tropical stuff is developing, but rather just indicators that it's right around the corner. Okay? Okay. Listen, that's all I got. It's 8:34. I've yentered it up enough. Be the sunshine in someone else's day, would you? Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I hope you have the best day. I do. Coming up today on the afternoon Coffee Talk at 3:30, we're going to discuss new model data and just see what the new models are showing regarding possible tropical development, storm systems, rain chances. And now we've got another big alert. Next week's heat. Oh, gosh. 97? I really hope that doesn't happen. Oh my gosh. Brian's already come up with our cult name, the Believers Fellowship of Nerdism. Wow. The Believers Fellowship of Nerdism. I kind of want to get a shirt made. All right. Be good, guys. See you at 3:30. Thank you so much for hanging out.